This is where the night begins. Subscribe, stay. Feeling everything, lost in stars.
You lean in when you laugh at something small. You remember every detail, most don't at all. I catch you looking sometimes when you think I'm not, and something in my chest ties itself in a knot. We don't have a name for this, we don't need one yet, but I feel it every time our hands almost forget to let go. Closer than close, but never quite there. Closer than close, I breathe the same air. Closer than close, this thing without a name. Closer than close, and I'd never trade it for anything claimed. Closer than close. You text me things you'd never say out loud. You save the seat beside you in a crowd. There's a language only we have learned to speak. In the space between the words, it's you I seek. We don't have a name for this, we don't need one yet. Closer than close, but never quite there. Maybe close enough, it's still a kind of love. Maybe this is all we are and all we need. Maybe I don't need the words if I have this, if I have you. Closer than close is enough for me. Closer than close, but never quite there. Closer than close, I breathe the same air. Closer than close, this beautiful a name. Closer than close, and I wouldn't change a single thing. Closer than close. Closer than close. The garden held the same gray shape since early December. Bare branches carrying nothing but the cold they'd learned to keep. Yesterday a single bud appeared without asking my permission. Small and stubborn, completely unconcerned with my surprise. Nothing about this matched the spring I remembered from before. No fanfare, no warning, just one green thing making its decision. Winter felt so total, I'd forgotten anything could shift beneath it. Quietly on its so sudden here. So sudden here. This is how renewal actually seems to work. Not the dramatic, though the movies always promise just one, but then another while you're looking somewhere else. Patient beyond anything I would have managed on my And I'm learning to expect the quiet kind. Slow, sudden proof that nothing stays as bare as it looks. Slow, sudden one but apparently is how a season turns. Slow, sudden and I'm standing here believing it completely. Slow, sudden. This is how renewal actually seems to work. Not the dramatic, though the movies always promise just one, but then another while you're looking somewhere else. Patient beyond anything I would have managed on my own. Slow, sudden. So sudden, and I'm learning to expect the quiet. So sudden, proof that nothing stays as bare as it looks. Sudden, one but apparently is how a season turns. So sudden, and I'm standing here believing it completely. Slow, sudden here. Slow, sudden here. Slow, sudden. Oh, yeah. The street has worn the same gray since the new year started. Concrete and sky agreeing with each other to never differ. Today something broke that arrangement without consulting any forecast. Light landed on the brick wall like it remembered what color does. I stopped on the sidewalk the way you stop for something rare. People moved around me the way people move around the unremarkable. None of them seemed to notice the wall had changed its whole argument. Baby, noticing requires a season spent convinced nothing would change. saving up, it stopped paying off somewhere around the second week. A whole season convinced me the sky had only one setting. Apparently it had been saving this one for today. The gray's been the only weather I've trusted since January. Every forecast simply confirmed what the gray had already promised. Sowing gold to ride sideways through a gap between the rooftops. I didn't have a category ready to receive it properly. Something in the chest recognizes color before the mind catches up. The body knew gold meant something the brain was still arguing about. Strangers kept walking past the wall without slowing for any of it. Gray gold, and I stood there longer than the moment needed. Gold doesn't erase the gray that came before it. It only proves the gray was never the sole color available. Seasons apparently keep working, even when belief has stopped. Life finds its gap, whether or not anyone's been watching. Gray has been the only weather I've trusted since January. Every forecast simply confirmed what the gray had already promised. Showing gold to ride sideways through a gap between the rooftops. I didn't have a category ready to receive it properly. Something in the chest recognizes color before the mind catches up. The body knew gold meant something the brain was still arguing about. Strangers kept walking past the wall without slowing for any of it. Gray gold, and I stood there longer than the moment needed. The apartment stayed exactly as empty as the worst week left it. Boxes of things I hadn't touched since the year that broke me open. Somewhere between the unopened boxes and the unwashed windows, I forgot the seasons are a promise that doesn't require my permission. I'd given up on the idea that anything outside would match what's inside. Convinced the cold had moved in permanently and brought its whole family. But something pressed against the window this morning that wasn't only frost. Something with a pulse, something green, refusing the verdict I'd already written. Cold bloom, the flower that refused to wait for kinder weather. Growing straight through the frost like the frost was nothing. I didn't ask for this and it came anyway. Proof that the worst season doesn't get the final word. Cold bloom still here. I opened one box today, the smallest kept every branch exposed, nothing to hide behind, nothing pretending. I used to find the bareness almost embarrassing, like catching something in a moment it didn't want.